Oh my god, I'm bleeding.
What? Are you hurt? Should I call the nurse?
Oh god. Tissue, I need tissue.
This film, The Inseparable, is about two young girls who are just starting to go through puberty, and the one girl gets her period earlier than all the other girls, and she's scared and bullied, and the other friend doesn't know what it is and gets scared too and doesn't support her. And their friendship breaks a little bit. But after talking to her mom and learning about what a period is, and she feels bad and stands up for her friend to the bullies, and they become best friends again. It's a really sweet coming-of-age story, and I think it was really well written, and the message is important. And it's something everyone who has periods will go through, and it's a part of growing up.
The Inseparable, I loved this. I thought this was so well done and so interesting, and it's such a hard time no matter what, but to start your period for the first time, to be the first of your friends or maybe the first of your grade at a young age, and you're at school when it happens, that is really, really hard. And to be the friend in that situation where clearly your mom hasn't talked to you about what that is, clearly you don't even have as much information as your friend does, who at least had a kind of basic understanding of, you know, the fact that it was called a period, where you were going to be bleeding from, things like that. And to be faced with like such a new wild concept and have no idea, having no context for it, and you don't know how to respond or react, and showing that, you know, she kind of froze, and then learning and asking her mom, and even when she kind of gets brushed off and shut down because she's young. And I think it's hard for parents to accept the fact that their kids aren't little kids anymore and that they're growing up, and that you need to start teaching them, and it's a new phase of life that you're about to enter into, that can be hard to navigate and hard conversations to have. And, you know, eventually her mom comes around and realizes just how much this is affecting her daughter. And I think that the journey that she kind of went on with showing up for her friend, trying to make it right, even when her friend was like, no, you hurt me, I'm still hurt by this, I understand that you brought me a gift, but that doesn't change what happened, still shows up for her friend, still shows up and is caring, and, you know, shows up as the friend that she truly wants to be. I think it was beautiful. I think that it's a great movie about a coming of age. It's a great way to highlight just how much uncertainty and just how much like absolute free-falling kids these ages do, with not knowing when it's going to happen, not knowing how it happens or why it happens, and then how they start to form their own, you know, their own selves, their own background, their own choices about how they want to be handling things in the future. And I know that can seem extreme, but like it does really start there. It starts with how you show up and in how you want to, the person you want to be, and then becoming that person. And like I said, I loved this. I thought it was really, really well done. It definitely spoke to me in a very, very real way, having gone through some of these things before, when, you know, I was young. And like I said, I thought it was really, really beautiful and a great kind of friendship to show.
This film is called The Inseparable. This was a sweet coming-of-age short. The direction is excellent as the tension builds and builds. The two leads do a great job connecting off the top, but breaking apart for a time due to misunderstanding. It's an excellent study of how kids start to grow up and mature. I also like the character arc of the mother, who warms up and eventually chooses to enlighten her daughter. Nice camera work, notably in the park scenes. Some gentle music instrumentals under the action for emotional effect. Well done.